a really cool new dual engine grainy delay. It's called Remnant from Creative Intent. Let's try it, shall we? Hello everyone, welcome back to MixPlus TV. Hope you're having a great day. Before we start, if you like the channel, please don't forget to subscribe, hit the bell icon, check the info box down below for my mixing courses, a bunch of discounts on plugin and links to the plugin that we are testing today. It's called Remnant from Creative Intent and is a grainy delay dual engine. The first thing that I like about this plugin is the GUI. First of all, it's resizable, so if you have real estate you can make it really big or small if you don't, and I think it's very inspiring. The colors, the sliders, the random patterns, I think it's very cool, it's very inspiring. So this is, like I said, a grainy delay effect dual engine. You can see yellow is the first engine, blue is the second engine. The beauty of this plugin is because it's a totally creative effects, you really don't need to keep in mind or remember what each slider does. You just move things around till things start to sound weird and cool. But you have all the controls on the front panel. There's no submenus, so that's a big plus for me. But let me show you what these controls are. If you click this button here, we have a brief description of each control. Delay is the first one, set the delay time, of course, from input to output. Cutoff is the filter, so high pass or low pass filter, and here you set the frequency, and with this one you set either if you want the low pass or the high pass. Then going on, we have the warp, controls a classic pitch warp applied to the grain engine output. The crosstalk, the two grains engine have feedback patterns back into themselves. The mix knob is, of course, mix dry wet. The mid side is interesting. When disabled, the first grain engine operates over the left channel of the stereo input and the second operates over the right. So it creates very wide sound effects. The filter type, we saw it, switches between high pass and low pass. Envelope threshold, this one is exactly what you can guess it is. It controls the freeze and the duck. So the duck is, of course, the function where the delay is ducked when the dry signal play, and the freeze freezes the delay, the repetition. The envelope control this function, control how much is going to be ducked and when, according to the dry signal. So you can do basically internal sidechain. So next we have the pretty sliders. So the first one is the frequency, we said, sets how frequently grains are emitted and proportionally set the length of an individual grain. The spray is one of my favorite controls here, is the first randomizer. Introduces randomness when deciding where from within the delay buffer to pick the next grain. So it decided when and the length at a random pace. Spread randomly pans each grain to the left and to the right. Again, another random control. Pitch sets the playback pitch for each grain, and reverse set the probability of playing a gain in reverse. So just the probability. Only when you put it all the way up at 100% and the controls are mirrored for the two engines, it will play all the grains in reverse. As long as it's not at 100%, you will have a chance of a grain played in reverse, which again, I like the randomness. And then we have the feedback, which is same feedback as you find in any other delay. I like the concept of this plugin and the sound of it after testing it for a few minutes, because I think, especially today in this era where everything is programmed and perfect, random plugins like this one definitely adds something cool to any project. So I think we need more of these. I think there's not enough variety. Maybe they are, but this one actually sounds really cool. So without further ado, let's see how it sounds. And as you can see, I'm using this with Blue Cat Patchwork because Remnant is VST only. So if you use Pro Tools, keep that in mind. And from Patch Bay, from the Blue Cat Patch Bay, you can actually access directly presets, which is really cool. And because of the presets, I noticed we have some drum related presets. The first thing that I'm gonna try this one is drum, is on a loop, because I think this is probably gonna be a good fit for glitch effects on loops, reshaping them, and also big landscape and soundtrack like. So let's try with a loop. totally cool from the first go. As I mentioned before, I'm not even thinking of what slider does what. I just move things around. It comes up with like very unique sounds. Let's try another presets on this one. Automating this one is gonna be fun. But like I said before, I think it's very well suited for synth sound, big landscape. So let's just do that and try on a synth. I want to just try on a simple string pattern. Let's see what happens. Love the grainy sound on this one. Let me try it on our vocal really quick. Because I think especially if you get familiar with it and you start recording things on purpose, keeping in mind what this effect does, that's probably gonna yield to very cool effects. So we should have a couple of vocal presets.
Peel off the sky. All is erasable, and there's nothing left here for you and I. Why do we even try? There's nothing left here. We lost our whole world in one night. Won't dwell on the past.
Freeze effect is obviously cool for, again, automating, but it sounds really good.
Don't dwell on the past. So unembraceable and look it dead in the eye. Peel off the sky. All is erasable, and there's nothing left here for you and I. Why do we even try? There's nothing left here. Won't dwell.
All right, let's do a piano and let's start with another effect, shimmer. Space tape piano. I really like it. You have a panic button up there just in case you want to stop it. One thing that I noticed that when you have multi-effects like this, usually the pitch is never high quality. This one is actually really cool. The higher octave is very clear, very defined. I really like it. And I bet it's gonna be cool on guitars. Now, I don't know what kind of guitars I have here. For example, this is really cool. So this is the original guitar. Again, the pitch quality, the quality of the pitch is really, really nice. Let me try something else. This guitar might be a good test for this one. This is a very good example of the use of the freeze with the envelope. It comes up with really good sounds. Well, what can I say? Like I said, I really think these kind of effects today are very useful in modern production. I totally love this one. Remnant by Creative Intent. And I think this is it for this video. This was a simple test. Totally love this plugin. Super simple. Everything is on the front panel. 100% creative. You don't need to think about anything here. So I hope this video was useful. If you liked it, please don't forget to leave a like, comment down below. Check the info box for my mixing courses, plugin discount, link to Remnant, and keep an eye on social media. Follow MixBuzzTV on Facebook and Instagram because we have a lot of news. New mixing room, I'm in it right now, is nowhere finished. You will see it finished by the end of September, but you will also see some of the build. And keep an eye on the social also because we're gonna do more live Q&A. You guys like those. Bella is gonna be in some of them as well. So thank you for watching. Subscribe if you haven't already. See you next time.